nobody's actually here yet, but this is my favorite fragrance in the entire universe. I look forward to actually doing a stream about this. I haven't talked about this circumstance going on yet, and I wanted to kind of do a little bit of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and say ahead of time to anybody who drops in here later on after this stream has posted. I'm Andrew Douglas Moon. This is my fragrance channel, the Douglas Moon Fragrance Channel. I do other stuff here too. I like to read. I'm a Christian, so I read Bible verses every day, doing my little shorts videos and stuff like that. I also post videos with my family. But I wanted to take a little bit of time for a moment just to talk about what's going on with Aaron Terence Hughes Hard Candy Elixir, if you guys haven't actually seen what's happening yet. So the name is being changed for this. Let me actually see. It's so strange. Yeah, okay, so it's backward because it's on the front camera. But the name is being changed for this because according to what it said online, or what Aaron actually put out from an official notice and through the emails, is that a company from the cosmetics company from the United States apparently had claimed the name Hard Candy for themselves, and we're pretty much saying that he can't use the name anymore. So if you haven't seen, which hopefully you have, but I just want to talk about this because this is my favorite fragrance in the entire world. And so it really blew my mind when I saw that that's going on, that he's actually being forced to change the name. So going forwards, Hard Candy Elixir is going to be from now on called Censored and Censored Elixir. So that's what he's going to be calling it going forwards. It's not going to be Hard Candy anymore. Apparently he can't even say Hard Candy anymore, which is mind-boggling to me. I believe that I actually know the cosmetic company that's doing this because I'm pretty sure that I've seen it before, but I'm not entirely positive about that. But yeah, I was just thinking earlier when I very first saw the original video talking about it, I was like, I feel like I've seen this company before with Hard Candy on it or whatever, but I wasn't entirely sure. So when I saw that he's having to change the name, it just made me so sad. But with that being said, outside of that, just wanted to talk about it here on my channel because I love Aaron. I don't know him personally, but I've been very inspired by him over time. His fragrances are some of my favorite in the entire world. But in general, I'd also love to just hang out and hear what you guys are wearing today. And this is my fragrance collection. So if anybody is new here, my name's Andrew Douglas Moon, and this is the Douglas Moon Fragrance Channel. I do fragrance reviews and I answer questions during my live stream about different fragrances and perfumery. I am not a top 10 best this or that type of fragrance person. That's just not really my style. I just do just like Aaron, who inspired me. I do one fragrance at a time, and thankfully this past year I've had some random spurts of growth here on this channel. Hello Gino, thank you for being here, my friend. I hope you're having a fantastic, I don't know what time it is wherever you are, but I hope you're having a fantastic night, morning, whatever it is. Please test the Azzaro Most Wanted. I really do want to test that. So I messaged Azzaro on TikTok the other day because I personally have hit a point where I've already got so many fragrances that I still need to review that I'm working on at this point. And I've already started doing samples, like recently from La Parfumerie in Raleigh, the store that I've been partnered with. I actually got the Mind Games sample set. So it's got 10 Mind Games fragrances in it that I'm going to do reviews for. But I do not own any Azzaro fragrances yet, so I messaged them, and hopefully they'll actually get back to me. It'd be really cool if they did, because, sorry guys, let me adjust this real quick. Yeah, I messaged Azzaro, and I'm going to see, if they get back to me, because I've realized my time here that I've been doing stuff on YouTube has actually been very rare that any company has reached out about anything with PR. So I haven't actually received, other than from a few companies like Sensual Obsessions, I haven't actually received anything. Normally I buy all the fragrances myself. But over on TikTok, a lot of my buddies over there, it's so strange. So I got 129,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and yet I almost never hear anything from companies about getting free stuff. But over on TikTok, a handful of my friends who've got like 500 followers are getting free stuff literally from people like Armani. So I actually know people who've gotten free stuff from Armani when their last stuff recently was coming out. Some of the things were getting released. So over there, I finally started messaging some companies myself, and I'm trying to see if I can get hooked up with Azzaro, because I think they just came out with a new fragrance. So I'm gonna check that out. And Argos as well. What's your favorite fragrance? Ironically, it's this one right here, the one that I've been talking about when I started off this stream. So Aaron Terence Hughes, originally Hard Candy Elixir, and now going to be Censored and Censored Elixir, because he's being forced to change the name. But this is actually my favorite fragrance in the entire world. It used to be Naxos by Xerjoff, as well as Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Mal Le Parfum. I love that one. It's one of my favorites. But to be honest with you, this one just takes the cake. This is like my favorite thing that I've ever smelled before, and nothing can change that. Just being sincere. Hey, can you review fall? Oh my goodness, that's a really good suggestion. Is that say shame? Sorry, I'm gonna have to get some better glasses soon. So thank you for asking, my friend. I just want to throw this out there. My name is Andrew Douglas Moon. You guys can call me Andrew. You can call me Douglas, Doug, whatever. Everything works for me. As long as you guys are being respectful. If you start talking inappropriate or anything like that, I am going to block you from the chat. Or if my moderators come through, they'll do the same thing. Because I try to keep it family friendly around here. So just putting that out there before we really get started. But other than that, you guys are welcome to hang out, ask questions about fragrances and stuff. And I just thank you for being here. But yeah, with that being said, I have not reviewed anything by Kerosene yet, but I really want to. So they actually are one of the next companies on my list of fragrances to start getting samples for. So I have made that decision that since I've already got so many full bottles that I still have to do reviews for, I'm most likely not going to be getting any more full bottles of fragrances anytime soon. Unless, of course, like I get them like as PR or something like that. And even then, I just want to continue to make this clear. I promise you guys, and I'm sticking to it. Going forward, as always, and like I have in the past, even if people do send me stuff, if I don't like it, I'm going to say it. I don't give a crap if they're like, hey, we sent you this. Can you say it's good? It doesn't work for me here on my channel. But yeah, so I haven't got any Kerosene stuff yet, but I do want to get some samples of that stuff because I've heard they're really strong. Ombre leather. I love ombre leather. Ombre leather Parfum is one of my favorites in the entire world. I have not tried Versace Najim yet. I want to, but I haven't got my hands on it. What's your favorite Le Beau? For me personally, I like Paradise Garden, but the Le Beau Le Parfum is actually my favorite one. Have you ever tried the cologne? So I have not. I've not heard of that one before, to be honest with you, buddy. Thank you for asking, but I've never tried that before. Please do weekly live streams. Really glad that you said that because I'm actually going to start doing that again. So I used to do weekly live streams for quite a while, but I ended up having to get off of that because a lot of family stuff going on. And with the holiday seasons being here, plus both of our kids, me and my wife's, our kids' birthdays is December. So 3 days apart, 2 weeks before Christmas. So it's definitely interesting. You should review it sometime. So I'll have to look that up. I'm just going to make this clear. If I haven't heard of a fragrance's name, I do know that some of you goobers coming through live streams before have tried to trick me into saying stuff inappropriate before. So I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but yeah, I'm just throwing this out there. That's why I don't read fragrances out loud anymore, that I don't know the name of it. But yes, I will look that one up and add that to my list. Best ombre is Ombre Nomad. Wearing it right now. Somebody actually asked me earlier about that one, and that is a fantastic fragrance. Hit that like button if you haven't. Oh, thank you so much for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Seriously. Yeah, thank you guys. If you do enjoy hanging out here doing my live streams, please hit the hit the like button because it really helps this stuff continue to grow. And I appreciate that. You can get it at JCPenney's. Oh, cool. I have to check that out. And thank you very much. Can you review the Zoologist? I will add those to my list, but I will say it'll probably be quite some time unless I get like a sample pack before I do anything by Zoologist. I've never tried anything by Zoologist yet, but they've never really been much on my radar. Like Terence Hughes, when I watched his videos early on, I've seen that he was not always the biggest fan of it. Oh, no. Sorry, you guys. I got to be careful with this because, like I said, I've only got 2 actual bottles so I've got the little 10 mil of hard candy elixir, but I've only got 2 actual legitimate bottles, 50 mils of this. I got to take care of this because, like I said, since the name change is happening, I just want to really be safe with it. But I heard T-Rex is good. Cool. I'm gonna have to add that to my list. Like I said, every time that you guys make suggestions for fragrances you'd like to see me do, 2 things. If there's fragrances, there's 3 options here. If there's fragrances you would personally like to see me do a review for, so that is my format here. Like I said, I'm not one of those 10 this, 10 good that type of people. I do, oh my goodness, what's up, Joshua? Everything is going fantastic. Thank you for being here. I'm super happy to see you come through. Hope you're doing good today, my friend. But yeah, so if you guys want to ever see me do a review for a fragrance, you got to do one of 3 things. Either A, 4 things. You can either, if you are willing to, get me a sample and send it to me. So you can email me. My email's on my page, or you can find me on Instagram. Same name as this channel. Or B, I will just get a sample myself if it's something I can do, if it's something I'm really interested in. But if it's something that I don't really care for too much, but you would like to see me review it, you're more than welcome to send me a sample yourself or something along those lines. And then as well, if you have a bottle yourself or you've got samples, you can send them to me as well. What's up, everyone? It's your fragrance boy here. What's up, buddy? Best smelling. That's a cool name. Super happy to have you here, my friend. I'm personally doing great, and I hope you are as well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for asking. Please, I hope that all of you guys are doing great. Have you ever tried? I have not. You are definitely naming some fragrances that I've personally never gotten my nose on just yet, but I appreciate you bringing those up. Add a Q&A sticker. Oh, that's cool. Hey, from India. Hello, my friend. What's your name? Alina Saeed. Hope I said your name properly. I always want to say you guys' names so I can be respectful, but I want to pronounce them the right way. Hey, bro, it's been a while. I've been doing fantastic, to be honest with you. It's just been a very busy season with family and everything. Just been trying to keep up. But I'm super happy to be here with you guys. Collection is top tier. I appreciate that, Hoosier. Thank you for saying that. Definitely always want to encourage you guys. You do not have to have a fragrance collection anywhere near this big. I do fragrance reviews, so that's why I have the things that I have here. I honestly need to get some better shelving because I know that's like the usual fragrance creator dude TikTok thing is to have them like to a side. So I definitely got to work on like presentation. This is just in our closet in our house, how I have the things, but I appreciate when people enjoy this. But always just save your money and test fragrances, get samples, and really just build a collection of stuff that you like. Because I've had a couple people say that they want to have a collection as much as this, but if you don't do reviews, it's unnecessary. Just throwing it out there. Have you tried MFK Grand Soir? Actually, I have a bottle of it right here, my friend. I love Grand Soir. It's not one of my favorites of all time. It's like in the top 10. It's in my top 20 for sure, but it's definitely not in my top 10 favorites of all time that I wear on a regular basis, but I do enjoy it. I've just had so much exposure to like newer fragrances in the past few months. It's just kind of humid climate in Mumbai. Ooh, that's a good one. I have not tried Cupid's Hypnosis, by the way. Thank you for asking. I always appreciate you guys' questions. Happy Thanksgiving, best smelling, by the way. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. But with that being said, suggest something for something in a humid climate. I would say probably I'm going to send you towards, if you're in a humid climate, I would think maybe something sweet, tropical, something along those lines. I actually like the Eros Energy or Versace Eros Parfum. It's woodsy and creamy, but it's got bright bergamonte citrus going on. I think that'd be a pretty good option for you. Can you do a video? And I say a couple in a second, but I'm just trying to keep up with you guys' comments. Fragrances you would keep if you was not reviewing. That's a good idea. I would actually like to do a video about that. Fragrances I would keep if I was not a reviewer. Yeah, actually, I think I'll make a list of that and like do a whole video for that. I really appreciate you making that suggestion, my friend. So thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, like again, I just want to make this very clear just one more time because again, with family and trying to save money and stuff like that, if there's fragrances that you personally want to see me review that I've not gotten to do so yet, you are more than welcome. I am never going to ask people to just give me money for the sake of giving it to me. But if you want to do like the super chats or send like gifts and stuff like that, if there's something you want to see me do, you're welcome to either help me out with funding or you can send it a sample to me if you have any. Something like that. But again, I've already got my collection kind of filled out for what I'm going to be doing for a while. So just making it very clear. Have you tried the new Creed? I have not. I've heard people say that they like it. Although I've also had a few friends try the new Creed Oud Zerion and they're not the biggest fan of it. So it's kind of hit or miss. That happens a lot with Creed, just being completely honest. What's your nostalgic fragrance? Polo Green, it's a good choice. For me personally, my nostalgic fragrance is always going to be the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, but the original. The original Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the Eau de Toilette, that is one of the most nostalgic fragrances for me, as well as DKNY's Be Delicious. That's one of the most nostalgic fragrances for me because when I was small, my mom introduced me to those and really brought me a lot of joy. Reminds me of my father. That's awesome, buddy. Arabic collection. So personally, I have a handful, if you're talking about like Middle Eastern dupe houses and stuff. So I got a lot of Amouages, and those are, I'm so sorry, excuse me. Those are definitely Middle Eastern fragrances, Middle Eastern perfumery. But if you're talking about more of the dupes and clones, I am not the biggest fan of those, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not the biggest proponent because of just the way that people treat those online. They push them for you guys to impulse buy. So I'm not really the biggest person for like the dupes and cheapies, but there are a lot of good ones out there. I'm trying to open my mind to being more receptive of some of them. I look forward to new drift season. I don't know what that is, my friend. Could you read what message I sent you real quick? How's Radical Rose? I don't know if you sent that on Instagram or something like that, but I can't check it right now because I do not have my other phone with me, and I'm very sorry. But I will check it in a little bit. Radical Rose Extract is actually one of my favorite fragrances in the universe. The Radical, so down here, so there's a store here in North Carolina called La Parfumerie, and they are a niche fragrance store. And I bring them up because I recently actually was able to partner with them. I'm not like getting paid money by them, but I have a code. It's my first code ever through their website. So if you spend over $75 or more, you get $20 off if you use Douglas Moon 20 on their website. So really happy about that. Never got that before, and really makes me excited to have a code to a website now. Especially most people I know end up getting codes from like those dupe sites and stuff, or like Beauty House. I'm really happy to actually have a connection to a niche perfumery store, and they gave me a bunch of the Matier Premier samples down here. So Falcon Leather Extract, Encens Suave, I got extract for that, the Parisian Musk, French Flower, and then also, what's the other one? The Crystal Saffron. So I love Matier Premier. They're actually really awesome, a really awesome company, and I'm really grateful to have that. But the only full bottle I've got is the Radical Rose, and it is genuinely the best rose fragrance I've ever smelled. I love it so much. It makes me so happy. It's just like it's pepper berries with rose centifolia, Immortelle Absolute, and it is just so dense and strong, and it's got like an incensey feel with vanilla, and it just goes and goes and goes. So it's one of my favorite things that I've ever personally smelled from rose fragrances. So if you get a chance to check them out, please do. I don't know if there's anywhere around you that you can get that, but if you do, also for $75 actually, and I'm not sure if they're doing a Black Friday thing or not, but if you go to laparfumerieusa.com, they actually have a discovery set. It comes with 10 of the sample bottles of the Matier Premiers, and so seriously, check those out because I love Matier Premier. And I know, like, I'm not trying to tell you guys to go buy something and push that on you in that way. I don't like doing that stuff too much, but it's just because I love them so much. If you want to check out that, it's a good way to do it. Because when I bought the Mind Games sample set, I was like, this is great. You actually get to sample a lot of different stuff for a good price. So it literally smells like curry spices. I do like curry spices, though. I'm a fan of saffron and what is it, like cumin and stuff along those lines? No, what's the red one? I'm trying to remember. There's one spice that's like that orangey color, and I cannot believe I can't remember because my mom used to use it all the time. But either way, I love that kind of stuff, so I definitely have to check it out. And cardamom, I love that so much. I have not tried Polo Explorer. Have you seen the new Polo Red Extreme? So that one actually, yes. A friend of mine from work's got that one. I believe he got it recently. Is that the one? He had Polo Red something. Maybe I'm thinking of something different. Turmeric, you're absolutely right, my friend. Thank you so much for helping out. By the way, just want to remind you guys again, please, if you're checking this out, hit the like button. It helps me out so very much. So please, just don't forget to do that because it helps these things continue to grow. And I want to continue to grow this community. And I really appreciate you guys when you come through here and ask questions. And feel free to keep asking them while I'm hanging out and doing this for a while. What do you think of Amouage Interlude? Never had a chance of trying it. Okay, so it's funny because actually Amouage Interlude was my fragrance of the day today. So I have all of the Amouage's interludes. So I've got Interlude Black Iris, the original, and then Interlude 53, which is 50. Today I wore the 53 because it's 53% concentration of fragrance oil. So I love this one. This one is absolutely fantastic, but the original Interlude I like actually more. So the longevity obviously is superior to the Interlude 53 just because of the higher concentration. But just to teach you something a little bit, a lot of you guys may already know this, but if you don't, the higher level of perfume oil, the longer it's going to last. But technically, depending on how they've balanced the musks in the fragrance and how they've overall done the composition, most of the time, higher concentration of oil means longevity, but less lift, less volume. So the original Eau de Parfum Amouage Interlude has a lot more, necessarily speaking, lift, as you can smell it a little bit more frequently off in the air drifting. But obviously, it doesn't last quite as long as the Interlude 53, but I love them all. Do you have Royal Tobacco? I actually do. That's one of my favorite tobacco-oriented fragrances, although it has more like a sweet, desserty type of feel going as well. The new David Beckham 20th anniversary, best smelling. Good suggestion. I haven't got to check that out, but I appreciate you bringing that up. I'll have to check it out when I get the chance to. I haven't smelled Black Iris in a while. I really love it. Oh, that one's so good. I love the Black Iris. And it's like this past year, a couple months ago, I actually got the Reflections, was it 45? Reflection 45. And this is actually one of my favorites these days too. But ironically, every time I get, and I'm going to talk about Royal Tobacco here in a second, but every time, and by the way, my friend here who asked me my top 5 favorite freshies, sorry that I haven't answered you yet, but I will check that out. All right, we'll talk about those in a second. And please continue. I always want to encourage you guys to do the YouTuber thing, to hit the like button if you're hanging out, if you enjoy this time that we're having together. It really helps to continue to grow the video itself so I can talk to more people and answer more questions. So please feel free to do that if you don't mind. But with that being said, it's funny that I'm noticing sometimes as well, the higher concentrations don't always make me happy. So for instance, with the Radical Rose, so between Eau de Parfum versus Extrait de Parfum, I prefer the Extrait de Parfum for that. And a lot of the time, Bray Leather, I prefer the Parfum Edition. But with these high concentrations, I actually don't like them more. So I have here the Reflection 45, and I really enjoy it. It's an amazing fragrance. But for me personally, my tastes, I actually like this one more. The original Reflection, it just makes me happy. And like I said, the same rules apply to Interlude. I like the Interlude 53, but I prefer the original and then Black Iris. Have you tried Aromatics Avenue Magnetic? I have not. I'm gonna have to check that out. The only one I have so far of his is Carnal Desire. I bought a couple new fragrances recently, nothing too crazy or out of the ordinary, but I've been loving Givenchy Society. I've not tried that one, actually. I haven't tried too many of the Givenchys lately. I only remember like 2 or 3 of them at this point. I don't know how many there are, but I know there's 2 or 3 that I smelled this past year. They're not necessarily my favorite, but they're not bad. They're just not my style. Thinking about getting a sample of Royal Tobacco. Oh, dude. You might as well go ahead and get one. Sorry, that's Rose Incense. I love that one. Let me see if I can. Why would I have? I got Silver Oud in front of Royal Tobacco. Don't even get me started. The performance for most Amouages is insane. I think the only one so far that I haven't had the most incredible performance from, I said that so weird. The only one I haven't had the best performance from so far, I believe, is oddly enough, the Jubilation. Although I'm not sure if I just go nose blind to it or not, but I haven't asked anyone around me. So I'm gonna have to test it out again soon. But the rest of the Amouages I have are monsters. And this one is no different. The Royal Tobacco, it just goes. So if you get yourself a sample of it, I do recommend it because it's insane. I love this one. Dior's coming out a limited edition rare blend. I had to check that out. I did not know that. Thank you for telling me. Do you like Dolce & Gabbana Devotion? I do like the man's Dolce & Gabbana Devotion, but I don't get it. It's not I'm not going to buy it because my wife actually, one of her main fragrances is the woman's one, and they're not exactly the same. Obviously, they've got differences, but overall, it's just one of those things where it's kind of her thing, and I like that it's her thing. It makes me feel happy. It's kind of like the Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait. I have it. I never wear it. It's just not my style, but she wears it from time to time for like special occasions, and it just makes me think of her. It makes me happy. I got Most Wanted by Azzaro. That's awesome, buddy. I hope that you're enjoying that today. It makes me happy that you got that. So some people have been continuously asking me lately to do reviews of Azzaro, and I think it's because they came out with a new one. I'm not entirely sure. So like I said, to anybody who didn't catch the beginning of this, I've messaged Azzaro on TikTok because it's weird, but here on YouTube, very, very, very rarely, almost never, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, will you hardly ever really hear too much from companies about PR. And it's strange, and yet over on TikTok, I got friends with 500 followers who have been receiving stuff literally from Azzaro and from Armani and stuff like that, just because of their views and their likes and stuff. So companies seem to really like TikTok. And so I've been messaging people on there, trying to reach out to Azzaro because I'm not going to buy any, just being straight up. But if they're willing to send me one, I will do a review. The Azzaro fragrances are not necessarily my favorite. So yeah, I've reached out to them, and if they get back to me, that'd be really cool. And I would love to check out their stuff, but it's not something I'm really like jumping after. Kind of like Boss, like Hugo Boss fragrances are not my favorite thing in the world. ADG Parfum, but it has weak performance. Uh-oh, I'm brain farting right now. Tell me, what does ADG mean? I'm trying to remember. JPG Ultramale is coming out with a new one. A new Ultramale? I did not know that. It's always hard for me not to say it the way that it's supposed to be said. Ultramale, I guess is how you pronounce it. Here's what's crazy. Of all the Jean-Paul Gaultier La Mals, Ultramale is actually my least favorite. So when I got a bottle of it, because I forgot what it smelled like when I finally got myself a bottle recently, it's not my style. Azzaro Most Wanted Forever Elixir. Oh, Aqua di Gio Parfum. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I do not remember how that. I don't have those. You're live. I am. How are you doing, buddy? It's been a very long time. Went with Killian straight to heaven. Fantastic choice, my friend. Super happy to see you here. I just want to encourage you guys again, please. I'm sorry to be a broken record, but hit the like button. If you're hanging out and you're enjoying this time that we're spending together, please, please, please hit that like button because it really helps these videos continue to grow. And again, as I always say, more people seeing this means more questions. And I really appreciate people asking questions while I get to do these lives because that's what makes it so special and we get to have this time together. So thank you so much, seriously, for everybody who's been watching, and I appreciate it. And please feel free to ask me about fragrances. That's what I do and that's what I'm here for. And if you enjoy listening to me talk and you're having a fun time, please also go check out my actual reviews and leave a comment, hit the like button on those as well. I really, really appreciate it so much. But yeah, I have not smelled the new Azara Most Wanted Elixir yet, so I'm glad to know that it's not your style. If I get the chance, I'll definitely be letting you know how I feel about it. Also, please let me know if you guys, Killian Angel Share on the Rocks is great. I haven't smelled that one either. Please let me know, by the way, if you guys, when I do my weekly streams going forward, because I'm trying to build out a new schedule, I want to know a couple of things because I'm always doing little polls, but I get different answers. So if you guys could help me out here. First and foremost, which day of the week do you think would probably be the best for me to do live streams? So do you think, because I'm only going to do it once a week when I can. So do you think Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? Which day of the week do you think would probably be the best day for me to try to do live streams when I can? So you guys commenting that stuff really helps me out. In the meantime, anybody who's coming through here, please feel free to ask questions about fragrances, whatever you'd like to know. And as always, well, I'll leave it there at that for now. And also, which day of the week do you guys think would be the best for me to actually post my reviews? Wednesday or Thursday? Let me know. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Nice, bro. Long lasting too. Heck yeah. Is it still worth it getting Creed Aventus nowadays? I've been hearing it doesn't hit like it used to. So I will say that I don't know what Creed Aventus was like when it very first came out because I just didn't smell it. It wasn't something I had gotten my nose on and no experience with. Love your videos. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me, and I'm grateful that you're even here. Seriously, thank you. Everybody who ever comes through and hangs out, it is the most special thing in the world to me. I cannot tell you enough. Like, I will say it 1,000 times, but I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate you guys. By the way, I hope that I sound good because recently that company, La Parfumerie, that I've been working with and going to do videos at their store, they had these mics and they're called the Lark M2 or something like that. Lark M2, Lark M3, whatever. And so I just got these mics and they're magnetic. So it's super awesome. So hopefully it sounds good. So what's your opinion on the nowadays one then? Okay. So thank you for asking that. You guys will notice that during my streams, I'm prone to ramble. So with that being hard to call Friday, is there something? Okay. Okay. But thank you, buddy. So for me, the nowadays that I've gotten to smell more updated formulations with Creed Aventus, I will say, and I had a sample of it for myself for a while and was trying it out and then tried it on a friend at work. I will say that it is very, very projecting. So it has extremely good projection, but I will say that while it became a skin scent after like an hour, for me and for my friend, even when we sprayed it on our clothes, it still mostly was a skin scent after about an hour or so. It stayed for the most of the day. So probably about 6 to 8 hours, I would say, of like being about this close to the skin, but that's it. So it was not like, blah, but I hear people say that original Creed Aventus was like, nyeh. So even though I'm not like a big dupe person, that's not a huge thing that I'm a huge proponent of. There are some really good ones out there. And where is it at? Somewhere around here. Here it is. So the Club de Nuit Intense, the Pure Parfum. So not the limited edition, but the Pure Parfum. This one's like, if you want that thing, I'm always going to send people to this because at the end of the day, you don't need to spend the price tag to get, I'm not a big dupe person, but you do not need to spend the price tag to get Creed Aventus because of what it is. And like there's been so many good versions of it anyway. Just like Mont Blanc Explorer, really good take on the deal. So it is what it is. Hard to call Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I do fine for reviews. I'd vote for the earlier half of the week. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you answering that question. Have you seen the new UFC fragrance? I have not. Which Amouage are you holding? So this is the Royal Tobacco. I love Amouage fragrances because of the magnetic cap. I just like, I, as a fidgety type of person, I can't help but get my hands on something like this. It just makes me happy. But Royal Tobacco is definitely, I'm not going to spray it on my skin right now just to mess around with it because it just sticks. Like super glue. That's what I've been hearing too. It does. It becomes a skin scent extremely, extremely quickly, and it's just really not worth having. I will say, by the way, just want to throw this out there. Oh my goodness, these are some of the greatest fragrances that I have gotten in a long time. If you guys haven't seen it, please go show some love. Me and my wife, it's the first video she ever actually did with me doing fragrance stuff. We used to do things together on my old channel, but it's the first video that I've done that she's been with me doing fragrances. But we did a little unboxing, and she tested for the first time Nascimato's Black Afghano and also the Narcotic Venus. And I said that really weird. It's Narcotic Venus. But this is one of my favorite fragrances in the universe now. I love this so much. And it's a 30 mil, so I'm gonna have to wear it very sparingly. But these two really blew my mind, and I was so happy I had to get them. I could not help myself but have to walk out the store when I actually got to smell these guys. So if you get a chance, go sample these bad boys, please. Have you tried Club de Nuit Extrait de Parfum? So technically, the one that I just talked about is an Extrait de Parfum. Because this is the Pure Parfum edition, so that's what this is, Club de Nuit Intense Pure Parfum, so it's an extract. And this is the one that I'm saying is the one that I recommend people getting. I ordered it anyway, though. It gets here next week. Wish you luck. I mean, you're still going to enjoy it anyway. Amouage General smells like cumin. Not to me personally. There's lots of Amouages that smell like all over the board. Amouage Reflection 45, and all that good stuff, Jubilation and everything. But I can understand what you're saying. The interlude line, like I've got all three of the interludes, and I can say that they are definitely along that realm, like they have a cumin feel to it. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, my friend. Did you get to try Nascimato Pardon? So yeah, at La Parfumerie, they have all the Nascimatos, and that's where I got these guys the other day. So Pardon and Duro and all those, and what is it, Barononda or something like that? I can't remember. But all of those I loved, actually. The entire line of Nascimatos made me really happy. And then as well, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but then also the Orto Paradises. Those, this is funny because as much as I love Aaron Terence Hughes, obviously we all disagree on certain things. We'll agree on certain things. But he did not like Megamare. I think some people pronounce it Megamare, but I've been told it's pronounced Megamare. So Orto Paradises Megamare, I felt crazy about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I want to have a bottle at some point. Although I don't remember the name of this company. I'm gonna have to check it back out, like when I get the opportunity to do so. But let me see if I can find it. I'm sorry, you guys. Here it is. So I don't remember the name of the company because on the little sample that I got, it didn't say, but the name of the fragrance was Onda de Mar. And this is like a cranked up version. It's still a niche house, but like they took that feel of Megamare and then cranked it up to 11 as if the original wasn't already ridiculous. This is strong. This is so good, but the original Megamare by Orto Parisi, it made me feel so happy. And here's another one of my new favorite ones. So I got a little sample of it, and then I also got the Discovery set, but Mind Games just came out with Check Please, and my wife, she went crazy. She went absolutely insane when she smelled that. They sent the bottle tester, which is pretty much try it first thing. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. At least you get a sample tester thing with it. You guys, though, if you get a chance, I don't know how you guys feel about Mind Games fragrances because I keep hearing people say different stuff. They are very expensive, so I'm not gonna lie, like it's difficult to justify for most people that price tag. It's like $390 for your average 100 ml of Mind Games, whereas I mean obviously Matier Premier's fragrances are very expensive, so 100 ml of Matier Premier, which they have 50 mils now, but the extraits are like $420, something like that. But it's worth it. The quality and everything for those is definitely worth it. I have not tested Mind Games enough at this point to say whether or not their performance and everything is fully worth what you're getting for it, what you pay for it. But I will say, because a lot of people say that when it comes to Mind Games fragrances, for the most part, you're kind of paying for packaging and how would I put this? A lot of their marketing and stuff like that. So it could be true, but I definitely know that this one, the Check Please, this is fantastic. So if you guys get the opportunity to check out Mind Games Check Please, please do. Because my wife, when she got it, like that's definitely one that I'm eventually going to be getting a full bottle for without a question. So what's your thoughts on Amber Empire? I'm not sure. I have not tried Amber Empire yet. I'm not sure. What is that? What house is that from? Who makes that? But I haven't tested that. I do not believe. But thank you so much for all you guys who've been coming through here and taking the time to ask questions and to be a part of this together. It means the world to me. I've been all over the place the past couple of months, just been up and down and all around when it comes to family stuff and just life as a whole. So it's been a big deal. Do you love Santal 33? I actually do not recall. I haven't smelled it. I've smelled it, but it's been a while. I haven't smelled it in a while, so I'm not sure. If you lost your entire collection, which would be the first 5 fragrances you would buy? Ooh. So let me ask a caveat for this question. If I lost my entire collection, would I at least have a certain amount of money to work with to buy fragrances? Or are you just asking in general, if I lost it all, what would I get when I can? So if it's what would I get when I can? I would say stuff that I know I want to have for sure would be, if I could, I definitely would want to make sure to get a 100 ml bottle instead of a couple 50 mils. I want to get like some more hard candy elixir. So I know for sure. Again, going forward though, I'd be really sad if I lost this, only because now it's not going to be hard candy anymore. And I'm going to talk about that again here in a second because that's the name of the title. But hard candy elixir, ombre leather parfum for sure. Versace Eros Parfum, just because my wife loves that one so much, and I enjoy it too very much. I just did a video for that one the other day. So hard candy elixir, Radical Rose, I want that, and then Une Nuit Nomade, the Jardin de Misva, definitely would want this without a question. So yeah, that would probably be the ones I would have: is hard candy elixir, Radical Rose, Jardin de Misva, ombre leather, and then if I could swap it out, it would either be Versace Eros Parfum or Jean Paul Gaultier's La Mala Parfum. Have you tried the L'Exclusive? I actually have. I'll be straight with you guys. Flat, fat disappointment. So it just smelled like a mildly different, like once again, this is one of those ones, like for instance, I love Terence Hughes. He was talking about how good it is, but at the same time, like for me personally, it's good. But I have behind here, you can't see it, but I've got the Bleu de Chanel Parfum. And if you have that, you don't need the L'Exclusive. I'm sorry, but you don't. I tried it, put it on my skin, did it as well in a sample thing, wore it for however long it lasted. It lasted like most of the day. Obviously, it's high concentration, but it literally just smells like a different variation, like a mildly different variation of the Parfum. So I wouldn't buy it. If Chanel sent it to me, I would appreciate having it, but I'm not going to ever buy it. Just throwing it out there, being completely serious. It's from French Avenue. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll definitely have to check it out. Do you have Maison Margiela? I do not. And I'm going to say this. Some of them, like by the fireplace and jazz clubs, smell good, but their eau de toilettes and their performance is not the greatest in the world. Now, again, there are some eau de toilettes that have good performance. Ultramal has good performance, but they're not my style enough to want to buy them. I have so many of that type of fragrances that most Maison Margiela, just don't bring me a lot of joy. But they're not bad. They're just not quite my style. Club de Nuit blind buy. Ooh, I never want to encourage people to blind buy anything. That's just not something I like to encourage. But if you absolutely are going to do that, I would just probably say Club de Nuit Intense Woman, because it's like Noir de Noir, and I love that fragrance. And then as well, it's a good rose, like creamy fragrance. And then as well, I would say the original Club de Nuit Intense Pure Parfum. So the Parfum edition, because it's just really nice. Do you like Prada Luna? The Prada Luna Rosa, I think so. Yes, I like I like Prada Black, and then I like the Ocean. They're not my style, so I don't wear any of them. I had some, but I gave them away as a gift. But I think they're good fragrances. Keep your head up, bro. I never met you, and it's my first ever interaction with you and your channel. But I hope whatever you're going through is better. Oh, I'm doing great now, actually. So that's it. My grandma passed away, and then after that, a lot of stuff was just going on in general. Trying to deal with some stuff happening with family. So for me personally, there's still a lot going on. I guess it doesn't really matter to say this out loud, but like my wife, her parents are separating. And so we love them both. We live in the same neighborhood as them. And so we see them like literally every other night. I'm seeing different ones between the two. But it's just been a journey because I'm really close to both of them. And I love them very much. And they've been having a hard time. And so by extension, my in-laws, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and my wife, they've been having a difficult time. So just been kind of all over the place. But things are going great. And I really appreciate you so much, my friend, for the encouragement, for the love. Thank you guys. Every one of you has just been fantastic. And thank you so much. Do you collect Middle Eastern fragrances? And it depends what you mean by that. So I do have a lot of Amouages and a few other types like that. And those are Middle Eastern fragrances. But when you say that, and then I do not have, by the way, Angel Share on the Rocks. I'm actually not the biggest fan of it, but I know some of you guys and some of my own friends like it. But then again, I do not really like Angel Share, the original, all that much myself. But so I do have a lot of like the dupes and fragrance dupes and stuff. I got like, you know, the Vulcan Few, Azure Oud. I've got like a handful of Latafas and stuff. I will say there is a dupe that made me happy recently. So thank you for sharing your reviews on it. Hey, thank you, buddy. Please, yeah, if you guys enjoy hanging out with me, please make sure you go watch my actual review videos. I want to encourage you guys, when you watch YouTubers like me, when you watch our videos, like the full ones, watch them as long as you're willing to. And I'm trying to make my videos shorter and shorter and more digestible. But when you watch a YouTuber's video, if you only watch like 10 seconds and then you jump out, it kills the video. And the more people who do that, it makes it harder. So when you watch the whole 2 minutes, 5 minutes or whatever, that really helps YouTube keep boosting. So please, if you like my stuff, share. And by the way, I know you guys don't care about this, but as a YouTuber, I have to do this. And by the way, Product Paradigm, I actually like it a lot. But if you like my videos, hit the like button. Please share them. Please leave a comment. It just helps out a lot. And as a YouTuber, I'm sorry, we have to say that kind of stuff. Do you recommend a leather fragrance that can be worn every day that's not insanely expensive? 100%. To me, this is not very expensive, but Ombre Leather Parfum, you can get it for a really good price. I think it's a really good choice, especially if you get a 50 ml bottle. I actually got a little baby one right here. So Ombre Leather Parfum, it's my personal favorite leather fragrance. So I think that that would be a really great choice for anybody. This isn't really leathery to me personally, but it's a good enough take at it of an Ombre Leather, the original Eau de Parfum, but Afnan's Rare Carbon. It's a pretty decent take on it. So, and it's like $30 or $40. But which fragrance do you have over there? If you could go back, maybe you wouldn't have bought. That's a really good question. So a fragrance that I would not have bought. And let me see what this other person said. Dior Sauvage reformulated the EDT version. Well, that's a shame. I heard that they reformulated all of them. I try not to buy into the internet stuff too much because people say different junk. But I do, hear that people have said that they've genuinely reformulated. Because I got a new bottle of Sauvage Elixir. I've got like an old bottle and a new bottle. And they both perform great for me. And they smell pretty much exactly the same. But I hear that other people have had mixed circumstances, so it could be a quality control issue. I just subscribe, like your vibe. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I just always try to be myself, be open about who I am, what I believe, and like just my thoughts about stuff. I remember just my opinions, my beliefs are mine, but I welcome everybody here. I just always like to continue to try to grow a community here and just love perfumery together. So everybody's welcome to my channel, no matter who you are, where you're from. If you're being respectful and you love fragrances, or personally, just throwing this out there, I do not mind what you guys are in your situation, but I am a Christian, and I do as well every day. I just do little videos reading Bible scriptures, little nuggets of scripture and stuff, just trying to encourage my brothers and sisters out there. But again, whether you're atheist, Muslim, doesn't matter to me, gay, straight, all the stuff, you're all welcome here to my channel, and I discriminate against absolutely nobody. So I don't get into like the complexities of all that stuff really with anyone here. Never here to argue and debate, but I'm just throwing it out there that if you follow my channel, you're going to see a handful of different things. So it's mostly fragrance, but it's also my faith and family as well, blended into that. But again, everybody's always welcome here. So but I'm super sorry. I did not answer my buddy a second ago. So you said, if I could go back, what would I not buy? I would say that I would probably not buy most of these anyways. Like I would probably keep them all just because I got to do reviews for them. But if I had already reviewed and I can go back and not do it, I would say maybe that's a really hard one. Oh, okay. I'm going to say Supremacy, Afnan, Supremacy in Heaven, because it's just kind of weird. Club de Nuit Sillage is perfect for me. By the way, my friend, condolences from my grandma. Thank you. I appreciate you, buddy. And for the family stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. My favorite Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrances, definitely La Melle Parfum, La Melle Elixir. Le Beau, you know what? I changed my mind. Now that I'm really thinking about the fragrance profile, I've been saying Le Beau Le Parfum is my favorite of the Le Beau line, but I think Paradise Garden is my favorite. And then Le Beau Le Parfum. And then the original Eau de Toilette, and then Ultramel. Ultramel is my least favorite. Even though I know a lot of people it's their favorite, it's my least favorite. Have you tried Paco Rabanne Phantom? I have, and I'm not really a big fan of it. Although, I do like Paco Rabanne's the 1 Million Elixir. I love it. It's really great. I love it very much. Have you tried Stronger With You Parfum? I have. I actually, hopefully I can do this without breaking anything. Oh no, I got so fortunate there. Thank you, God. But So I actually got the Stronger With You Parfum right here, and this is my favorite of the Stronger With You line. And so actually, if you guys want to support my channel, show some love on my videos, literally just yesterday, it was either yesterday or the day before, I posted my review of Stronger With You Parfum. So it's like 5 minutes. It's not that long. If you want to show some love to my channel, please go check it out. I posted 2 videos the other day. I did a full review of Stronger With You Parfum by Emporio Armani, and then also I posted my thoughts. I did a video telling my thoughts personally about dupes and cheap Middle Eastern fragrances. So people have been asking me about this for a while. And so I posted a little video about that. So go to my channel. If you don't have to subscribe, but if you do want to support, just please go check out my channel and go watch the 2 new recent videos. Also, prior to that, me and my wife did an unboxing video of Nascimato's Black Afghano and Narcotic V. So just go watch them, hit the like button, leave a comment if you guys enjoy what I do here, if you enjoy hanging out with me. It really means a lot when you guys do that support, so thank you. But yeah, Stronger With You, the Parfum, this is my favorite of the bunch. And then I actually, right behind that, you know what, I need to relocate this somewhere. I need to put this somewhere that's like easier to access. I think I like it right there, that'll work. But Stronger With You Parfum is my favorite, and then Intensely is my second favorite. My favorite, Lattafa. Ooh, okay, so if I had to pick, I would say I really love, his Confession. You know what? I don't have a bottle of that because my buddy at work, that's like his signature fragrance. And I don't want to be a turd, but when a friend of mine like makes a signature fragrance out of something, I don't really want to copy him. But his Confession is like the best one I've smelled so far. On top of that, I really love Hamra Kawa. It's the one with the Q. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Lattafa Hamra Kawa. That is my favorite of that batch. And then I really like Eternal Oud. It's actually a pretty good fragrance. Have you tried the new Stronger With You Spices? I have not. I've not got to try that one yet. But I want to show you guys this one real quick, because one of my favorite fragrances in the entire universe is, Black Orchid by Tom Ford. I really love this one so much. Thanks, waiting for mine to come in. Heck yeah. And I got to say, this company actually did an amazing job. I was kind of shocked. So again, like I said, I'm not a big dupe person, but Oud 24 Hours, I don't even know how, I'm not trying to be rude, I just don't know the name of the actual company who made this, but Oud 24 Hours, I'm not exaggerating when I say this company actually did a really good job. When you smell them side by side, it's almost identical in most ways. I will say, obviously, when you put them on, there is a distinction that you can tell. This is definitely like higher quality overall, of course, with the materials and so forth, but performance-wise, I think this one almost beats the original. And I will say the smell is just almost dead on. There's just like mild differences you can tell. So it really made me happy. I love Black Orchid very much. But when I had a friend suggest this one the other day and I actually got a hold of it, I was pretty shocked. So it's unisex. Oud 24. Is it really? And I have not tried Oud Voyage. I have to check that out. But seriously, I want to tell you guys, it means the world to me. You guys have hung out with me this past hour. It's almost been a full hour. And when it hits an hour, I'm going to be stopping the stream because that's normally what I do these days. I used to do like 2 or 3 hour streams, but I get too tired for that now. So I know, boo-hoo, woe is me. But I'm super grateful. I'm asking, is it unisex? So I really think so. The original Black Orchid is definitely, if you don't know, it's like a chocolate patchouli type of smell. So it's like a Mexican chocolate accord with patchouli. And I'm not sure what the rest of it is. I think there might be like an ambery type of feel, but it's definitely like a woodsy chocolate patchouli feel. And it's one of my favorite things in the world. This is like a close direct copy of it. And I think this is about $30, something like that. But yeah, it's very much anybody can wear it, and I think it's great. What's your favorite Tom Ford fragrance? Okay, so my favorite Tom Ford fragrance is definitely going to be Ombre Leather Parfum, but it's tied with Black Orchid. And then in second place is a tie between Oud Wood and Tobacco Vanille. So that's definitely where I'm going to go with that. It's a nice one, bro. Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, let me see. I do have a little space right here for this. The other thing I didn't want to spray earlier because it's just too strong, the Royal Tobacco, I didn't want to do that because it's just like, but, this is actually really good. Like I said, you can tell there is a little bit, the difference between this and the Black Orchid, you can smell that there's a little bit missing on the chocolate notes, but it's still there. It's just not as rich. Have you tried ATH Red Fever? I have not. I want to though. I got a lot of Aaron Terence Hughes fragrances right here, but I have not gotten to try Red Fever. There's like so many fragrances, and I can't wait to see more. I have not tried Zara Black, but thank you for asking. What's your favorite winter fragrance? That's a hard one. Favorite winter fragrance? I would say, because this is a year-round thing for me personally, but it's great for winter. I love Radical Rose. So Radical Rose Extrait, Black Afghano by Nascimento, Interlude by Amouage. These to me are all very much winter fragrances, and I think I'm going to go down that road. But if I had to say, like, if an all-time all-star favorite, oh, this is really difficult. I'm going to go with Radical Rose. No, you know what? Yes, I'm going to go with Radical Rose because it's perfect for me. It's a clone of Tom Ford. What is Red Fever? Red Fever is a clone of Tom Ford? Or are you asking about this? Tom Ford is coming out with a fig fragrance. So I saw about that. That Noel dude unboxed it earlier and was talking about in the video that I saw that's really good. By the way, do any of you guys use TikTok? Just out of curiosity. Because very recently, I started doing stuff over there because I just kept having people tell me for a long time that I should. And I got to be honest with you guys, it's not been the easiest thing in the world to actually really figure out how to functionally operate TikTok very well. So it's just it's a weird atmosphere because it's different. It is a very different world over there. But I'm trying to figure it out, my friends. But I was just curious if any of you guys personally use it. And if you like it, because if you do, I would appreciate a little bit of you guys following over there and supporting. So just asking. Blue Talisman, not a huge fan. Just throwing it out there. I'm not a very big fan. Do you know about Hugo Boss? I do not. I've not tried that one myself. I always appreciate when you guys ask me questions and make suggestions because it helps out. But yeah, like I said, I was just curious because I just started recently actually being active over there on TikTok, and it has been a whole different ball game. And so if any of you guys actually use that app, I would appreciate if you go check me out over there and come hang out. It made me very happy. Do you like Parfums de Marley Leighton? Yes, actually, that's what. It's funny that you say that because when somebody asked me about my favorite winter fragrance, I've got this bottle and then I've got the big bottle of this baby. I love Leighton so much. It's one of my favorite fragrances in my entire world, or in the entire world. I love this one. It just brings me so much joy. It's just so classic and so beautiful, but yet different and distinct, and it just makes me happy. I did Ogen for Thanksgiving. A fantastic choice, my friend. Very fantastic choice. Cherry Smoke. So I've tried all the Tom Ford cherry fragrances, and I will say, I love Lost Cherry the most, but Cherry Smoke's pretty okay. It's not quite my style, but it's pretty okay. I use TikTok. I would definitely support you. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. If you have, I do not have that one, Ricardo. I do not. But thank you for asking. But definitely, I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, if any of you guys use TikTok, just go find me over there, Douglas Moon Fragrance. I've been really trying to figure this whole spiel out. Let me see. Hold on. I just got a thing. I'm trying to see what it is because it says that somebody mentioned me on Instagram, and I want to. Okay. Whew. All right, I was definitely wondering what that was all about, but it was La Parfumerie. So I just want to say this before I end this stream, a couple of things. First and foremost, if any of you guys would like to 3 date night fragrances, I'll answer that in just a second. So a couple of things. If you guys, like I said, if you use TikTok, go find me over there, Douglas Moon Fragrance, because I'm trying to continue to grow there because just from my experience now, more companies are more willing to work with you over there. It is what it is. As well. Well, actually, I'll see what you guys are saying. 3 date night fragrances. I'll go ahead and answer that. Definitely Radical Rose Radical Rose Extract by Mathieu Premier. Jardin de Misfa by Une Nuit Nomade. This is just one of the greatest fragrances in the world. Oh my gosh. This makes me so happy it's not even funny. So Jardin de Misfa, and then if I had to say one more, I would say Amouage Reflection. But all this can be interchanged out with Aaron Terence Hughes Hard Candy Elixir. I just started collecting fragrances. What's your thought on dupes? I say this a lot. So I'm going to be completely straight with you. I know you just started collecting. So I'm just going to thank you for subscribing, my friend. Thank you, Van Scott. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Seriously. I cannot hope for more than for you guys to actually want to be here part of the channel. It means a lot to me. Have you tried the new Versace Eros Najim? I have not, but thank you for asking. I hope you have. And if you have, I'd love to know your thoughts. But so to my friend here, Cali Man, 2K18. So I want you to understand, in the fragrance world, I do have like handfuls of dupes and Middle Eastern cheapies, but some of them are great. A lot of them are not. There are a lot of people in the TikTok world and even here on YouTube who become very famous in the fragrance community for pushing dupes. They get sponsored by these dupe companies and French Avenue, Hod Lodge, all these different companies, Rayhan, and they just keep pushing them, feeding into people's addictive personalities and impulse buying. And the next thing you know, a lot of people spend more money on collecting a bunch of dupes than they, and I know this is real, and not you maybe, but a lot of people spend more money collecting the newest dupes that come out and all their variations than just saving money buying high quality fragrances. But with that caveat, there are some really high quality dupe fragrances and cheapies from the Middle Eastern houses like Lattafa. There are some really seriously high quality fragrances from those houses, but the majority of them are not that great. I mean, that's just the truth. The majority of them, if you really know perfumery and you really get into fragrances, you will tell the difference in the quality for a lot of them. So it is more valuable to save your money and buy samples. If you get on websites, you can find samples of most fragrances, including a lot of these really expensive ones. Most websites have little samples that you can order and you can test them out. Or you can get discovery sets. So I said earlier in my stream, La Parfumerie, the store that I work with, who are a niche fragrance store, they have like, and most fragrance houses like Mind Games have discovery sets. So like 10 little discovery samples of different fragrances will come in it for $75. So you get to check stuff out before you actually buy it and see what makes you happy. But nothing beats the original's fragrance quality. I agree. What's the clear bottle next to the Valentino bottle? Oh, you're talking about this one. Oh, I'm so glad you asked. So that's one of the things I was going to end this stream with and throw this out there. So these are a brand that I had never heard of before. I'm going to show you real quick. There's two of them. They're the same looking bottle. They're just different fragrances. But it's really awesome because they come with these little leather travel pouches. And so I just posted a short unboxing the Creme Ebene, but this is a company I had never heard of before until the other week. This is called Nicolai. So Nicolai. So it's a French company from Paris, and apparently they've been around for like 30 or 40 years, like as far as being popular, but they've been around way longer than that. But they've been like well known for like 30 or 40 years now. And I had never heard of them somehow. But they are a niche house, but they're actually really good priced. These were like $75 for a little 30 ml bottles. And again, they come with little travel baggies. But I smelled their sample fragrance of Patchouli Intense. And I felt like I went crazy for it. Never heard of them before. And then I went over and I was like, oh my God, this is one of the greatest things I've ever smelled. But I haven't been talking about them yet because I've been trying to work them a little bit into my videos. But the Creme Ebene, this is the, like, if somebody asked me like an optimal wintertime fragrance that you could just have that is unisex, it would be this one. It's this, it's papyrus, and then there's spices, and there's a leather quality to it. And it's got a nice, beautiful, creamy cardamom. And this is just so beautiful. This makes me think of a less sweet, more leathery, and better performing like tobacco vanille. That's what I would say. But, and then this one is their Saint Honoré. And I can't remember the exact notes for this, but this one's more milky. And this was my wife's favorite. So these are gourmands, but the whole line is fantastic. So check these out. Full bottles, I think, are like $230, but the performance is ridiculous. And they smell so beautiful. And I like the little classy, classic style bottles that they have. But I got to go, I posted a short about this the other day because at this company that I've been getting to do, like the company that gave me a promo code, La Parfumerie, they had an event where the ambassador for this company came and you got to meet and you got to actually smell, like he would dip and show you the raw materials that these fragrances were made out of. And it was such a wonderful experience. He's from Paris and he was one of the nicest people I ever met. So I just want to tell you guys, this is one of the things I'm going to finish this stream with. And it's going to sound real promotional, but I just want to put this out there. If you guys are planning on doing any Black Friday stuff, if you guys are wanting to buy niche fragrances, I don't sell anything, but the company that I've been doing stuff with, La Parfumerie, if you go to their website, so look up laparfumerieusa.com. So Parfumerie, La Parfumerie USA. If you go to their website, they're having their Black Friday stuff, but even if you get full price stuff, it's a fully niche store. So Nasa Matos, Orto Parisi, all that stuff. I bring it up, Matier Premier. I bring that up because if you use Douglas Moon 20, you get $20 off anything $75 or up. So nobody's used my code yet, but I just got my code for the first time this past week. It's the first code I've ever had. So I've been really excited about it because I got a lot of friends who have codes through the dupe sites and stuff, and that's cool, and I'm happy for them. But getting a code through a niche site really brings me like a lot of joy because I feel like I'm getting connected to and respect from like the, not to be ugly, but like the sincere and real fragrance community, because it just makes me happy. You know, if a company like Lattafa wants to send you a free fragrance, that's cool. But when like higher end companies like Matier Premier are connected with you and stuff, it makes you feel really good. And so that's what's been making me feel really happy lately. And like I'm actually accomplishing something serious by doing this kind of stuff. Have you tried Aramis Intuition? I have not, but I have seen people talking about that one, and I'm sure, I think it's supposed to smell really good. Bro, did Creed send you the holiday gift set? They did not. I have not tried any, like, I have not actually smelled anything by Creed in a while other than when I bought the Silver Mountain Water, which I do actually really enjoy. What? Chocolate June. That's funny. AKA JJ. That's a really funny name. But yeah. So I'm about to sign off of here. I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys, and I appreciate y'all so very much. But definitely, I get it. You want me to juggle. But so definitely Nikolai and Orto Parisi, Nasamato, all that stuff, Mind Games, are all on the website. So please definitely go check out. If you check out La Parfumerie's website, go to laparfumerieusa.com and then just look up stuff, see what they got going on. But use my discount code, Douglas Moon 20. And like I said, it's a really good deal because $20 off of $75 or more, that's $20 goes a long way. So if you're looking for niche fragrances for the holiday season, please go check them out. And every time somebody does purchase something using my code, I get a free travel bottle or whatever. So that's really neat. But with that being said, reeling it all back in, I thank you guys so much for the people who've come to hang out. Thank you for asking questions about fragrances. I know that there's times when it's going to be really like, you know, promotional and stuff like that. But as this channel is continuing to grow and I'm trying to get better quality things for you guys, it's just the nature of the beast, and it has to be that way. Aqua de Jo. I like Aqua de Jo. I like the Profundo, the Parfumo, and then the original. I don't wear them though. So when I say I like them, I like a lot of fragrances for what they are, but that doesn't mean that it's something for me. I would never personally wear the Aqua de Jo's because they're not my style, but I do have a good appreciation for what they are. Do you think Versace's Dylan Blue is still good? So I would say for a younger person, anybody can wear anything. That's just the facts. But I would say with Dylan Blue, it's definitely a younger man's fragrance, like a good fragrance for a teenager or early 20s to get, especially if you're getting into business and you're in your early 20s, working an office job. It's really good strength and smell for the price range and for an eau de toilette. So I don't personally like Dylan Blue as my own thing, but I think it's a good fragrance. It's just not my style. But I would say it's still worth it if you're just getting into fragrances. And if you just want that classic Versace smell, it's not bad. It's very peppery, but it's very nice. So not my style, but I think it's still worth it for people who are into that kind of thing. With that being said, I am going to end my stream the way that I always end my streams. And if you guys do not want to be part of this, that's fine. If you want to click away, but if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to do so. I am a Christian, like I said, but I am not judgy or pushing away anyone of any walk of life, belief system, religion. Every single type of person is welcome here. I'm never here to argue with anyone, but I always end my streams with a prayer, and I pray for you guys, for me, this whole situation, our families. And so if you guys want to join that, please feel free to do so. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for all the people who've come through and asked questions. Thank you for all the growth that I've been able to go through recently and all the hard experiences, all the beautiful experiences. And thank you for allowing me to just see that it's all beautiful. I have made so many mistakes, but you have always been there giving me your grace and your mercy. And we've all made so many mistakes, and we all live in a broken world. And we need you. And I just thank you so much, God, for your love and your mercy and your grace every day. And thank you for perfumery. Thank you for art in general, God. I am so grateful that we get to experience all these wonderful sensations and just these beautiful creations. And thank you for every single person who's watched today and the questions that they ask. So regardless of who they are or where they come from, God, I pray that they just get to know who you are and that they understand that they have meaning and value in this life. If they're hurting, if they're going through things, if their families are going through things, God, I just lift them up to you in the precious name of Jesus. And I just pray for their encouragement and their blessing. and their growth, and that they just come to know who you are. So I love you, Lord. I lift everything up to you in your name. Amen. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to come through and watch today and hang out. Like I said, I am a Christian. I will always be praying in my streams. I also post every day. If it's not your thing, that's totally fine. But every day I post little extra shorts of just reading the Bible a little bit. But I appreciate you guys so much for being welcoming of everything. And again, whether you're gay, whatever your thing is, like I just bring that up because I know as a Christian, a lot of times people immediately are like, oh, so you're not cool with this type of person or this type of thing. I am. You're all welcome here. Like, I love you guys. Regardless of whether we agree or disagree on things politically or in this way or that way, every person's welcome here. But you're right. Praise the Lord, my friend. So thank you guys so much. Please, still trying to figure out what day seems to work the best, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, to do these live streams so that we can all hang out together. But whichever way it ends up seems working out. And I am still trying to figure out if Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So I'm going to ask you guys that before I go. Do you guys, if you could just tell me, do you think anybody that Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday seems to be a better day to post reviews? So if you guys were to choose, what would you say? It doesn't mean that I'm going to do it based off of what you say. But I'm still trying to continue to get different little polls to see what feels good for everybody. So for me, actually posting reviews, that's kind of where the wiggle point was. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then also, I've been thinking about doing these live streams, maybe Friday night. Friday or Sunday seems like pretty good times to do a stream, but definitely not Saturday. I'm going to finish the stream, if you guys hopefully answer those questions, with just one more reminder. This is my favorite fragrance, Terence Hughes Hard Candy Elixir. But this is not going to be Hard Candy Elixir anymore. So unfortunately, he has been come after legally by a company from the US, a cosmetics company, talking about using this name. They, I guess, apparently think that they own Hard Candy. So when are you coming back next? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I think as far as doing a live stream, I mean, every week I post videos. So I guess this Wednesday, I'm going to post another review. So I'm not sure which one it is. I think this week's going to be Herod is what I'm going to be posting. Parfums de Marley's Herod. It's either going to be that or there's one other one, but I can't remember what the other one that I filmed was, but I'll find out and let you guys know. So every week I'm going to be posting a review, and I really need you guys' help. If you guys want to support this channel, please just go watch my reviews. My full length reviews, they're like 5 to 10 minutes long. Go watch those. Next Friday. Yeah, Friday's when I'm going to come back then. Friday night, I'm going to do another live stream with you guys. So go check out my reviews. And I appreciate you guys so very much. Please just hit the like button. Make sure you leave a comment. Share them somewhere if you're willing to do so. That's what helps the channel the most. So you guys do that. But definitely just remember, this is going to be called Censored and Censored Elixir going forward, because Aaron just thought it was a fun play on the fact that his name's being censored and he can't even say Hard Candy anymore. So that's crazy. But anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to see you guys the next time on the next videos and the next live stream. So join me next Friday, I guess. Friday's probably going to be the dealio. Friday night going forward. Join me. We'll come hang out. If you got any questions, please let me know. But good night. I love you guys, and God bless each and every one of you.